Greeting, friends. I would like to take a few minutes to share a few things about Sanskrit language. Many of you have already probably heard about it. Many of you have been interested in the scriptures that are coming out of India, like Bhagavad Gita, Upanishad, Ramayana, Patanjali's Yoga Sutra. And these scriptures are written or constructed in Sanskrit language. So many of you, as you study these scriptures, many times you study in the English translation, but sometimes you get to see the Sanskrit words, Sanskrit text, and it looks very inspiring and like a calligraphy, but you don't really know what exactly those words are, how to read it, and what they mean. Some of you do take the next step to try to go behind the veil of Sanskrit language and just see how this language is written, what it means, but it's usually turned out to be very difficult to pursue Sanskrit studies, and there are reasons for it. First of all and the foremost is, that alphabet is not known. Most of the time, Sanskrit written Devanagari, script that most people don't know, but many times also is written in Roman language, the regular English alphabets, but then you'll find additional alphabet that you don't know what they mean. So it gets a little confusing. So it is like extra colors in a palette that are used to construct more complex words. So that's one of the reasons. So we will discuss that in our class here. The second reason the Sanskrit language is difficult to understand is something called joining of the word. They call it sandhi. So when you have two Sanskrit words, they will many times join to form a new word. And that is difficult to understand if you're really new to the language. So that's something makes it difficult. The third thing is that grammar of the word is included in the word itself. And that makes it the fourth and the last thing complicated a little bit about Sanskrit is that the word order is not important because the grammar of the word is already in a word. So here, for example, if you say is boy goes to the village or village goes to the boy, there are two different in English, but in Sanskrit, because it will be already in the word itself, a boy or the village, who is going where. So the word order is not very important. That's why the Sanskrit traditionally was an orally preserved language. So you could, memorize things a little bit easier. So what we will do in this short course that we'll be offering here, we will go over the alphabet. So you can pronounce the alphabets. We'll tell you a little bit about how the words join. And we will also tell you how to use a dictionary and how to type it. So it is not just going to be a theory. You will end up with a set of references, access to the dictionaries, and access to some Sanskrit verses and some of the saying that you may have already heard. So we'll practice that. We'll tell you what it means, why it means, and take you a little bit behind the veil of beautiful veil of Sanskrit language. So you could see, so this is what it is. And maybe it will inspire you to take a formal studies in Sanskrit. So this is an introduction course meant for people who have no idea anything about Sanskrit at all, and just ready to start from it. And even if you know a little bit, you will still definitely benefit from it. So join me and others as we look behind the veil of this beautiful language and find out what many of these verses actually mean. So I look forward to seeing you soon. Take care, my friends.